let's look at 210-6-55 socket metric parts. We got to start that off right now. If you look here, there's a bunch of dimensions that are not on this drawing, so there's a few things. So let's start with A. That's a 50.5 diameter, and it's going to be extruded 0.7. So then we'll use the same center point and extrude this way. C is a 25.2. We'll start it there and we'll extrude it out 17 millimeters. And then we got to put a 13 millimeter hole that goes through the entire part. All right. So this might be tricky, but we're going to figure out how to get a slot in this front here. We'll probably draw something on the front, big rectangle, and then extrude it back in 8 millimeters deep. That way, we'll try that. All right. Then this is the other part. See where it says D right here? D is 6 millimeter hole, so there's one here, and it says there's 4 places. So that's all the way around there. So we're going to give it a shot. All right. You got to make sure you remember that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start on front and click New Sketch. You normal to the sketch plane to get things started there, and I'll go ahead and click a circle from the center point. Alright, so I'm going to put this out here like this, and oops, I forgot, I got to get started doing this right. We're going to start by changing our workplace units to, or workspace units to millimeters. So now when I click sketch, edit sketch 1, I'm going to go in here and put a circle, and I think the fellas in the room kind of figured I was making a video and got a little loud. Sorry for that extra noise, but it's just the way it goes. 50.5 is that diameter. And I'm going to go ahead and extrude that back. So I'll extrude this, go the other direction, 7 millimeters. Alright. And finish that sketch. So that's it. So I'm going to go on the same center point right here. Right click, New Sketch. So I got the same center point. And that was 25.2. That's what that was. X out of here, and then the corner there, and I'm going to extrude that part of it. And that was 17 that came out. Alright, so those two things. So I've still got it all as one part. There's a couple ways to do this thing. I'm going to go ahead and click on. Oh wait, I gotta add a hole right here. New sketch. I'm gonna put a point right for it to find it. I'm gonna put it right in the center there. I got lucky on that one. If I didn't, I have to do the concentric constraint to make that happen. All right, I'll finish that sketch. Click hole. Click on that part right there, and it's going to try to put a hole that goes through the center. Was 13, so I'll come in here, select 13 millimeter drill size, and it goes through all, so we're good. Alright, just double check it here real quick. It goes through. Okay, so now I'm going to put the slot on the front. So I'm going to right click here, click New Sketch. I'm going to click this, or click View Normal 2, and I'm going to do a center alignment here. Center point rectangle like this, and I don't much care. I know that the distance this way, because it's now centered on there, that distance was 4.5, and I can do one that goes from one end to the other as long as it's bigger than I think I'll go ahead and just make it 50 because I don't care. It's on the front, it just needs to be bigger, and I wanted it fully constrained. So then I click this. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. Can do this if I want to, make it go the other way, and it's going to go backwards. And I only wanted to go 8 deep there, so that's it. And click that right there. Oops. All right, so I made a mistake, so I'm going to right click on that, edit this, and I want to remove it. I want it to be gone, not add it to it. So that looks better. Okay, so now we're going to start talking about this feature right here. So I'm going to go in and right click and New Sketch here. I'm going to try something real quick to get here. I'm going to put this right about here. It's in line with that, so I just need to know what the dimension is. And so that was on some kind of bulb circle or something. Where was it located? So B was on the length of that thing around there. So that's 38 millimeters. So 38 millimeters is going to be too big, I think, because it'll be outside of the part. Right? Sketch and that. So this is 38. So that's too big, so it has to be 38. Because that's a diameter of 38 divided by 2. So that puts that in the right spot. Alright? So I'm going to finish that sketch, and I think what I want to do here is find the circular pattern, which is going to be right here, and click on the feature. This is my feature that I want to do. The center of my axis around this circle right here. We'll get that one. And the number of times is 4. And does it add it? It didn't do it. So so that didn't work for me the way I thought it did. So I've got that pattern right there. Let's go back here to the sketch and edit the sketch. Because I think what I'll do here is there's a circular pattern option right here. And for right now, this is what I'm going to do. I'll do this. Click in that. On my sketch. The circular pattern. I'm going to change this to, instead of being 3 times, we'll change it to 4. So it should spread out evenly. So now I've got 4 right there. So I'll finish the sketch. I got 4 holes there to do this. I'll go ahead and add this hole. And that hole was 6 millimeters. 6 millimeters. And each one of these holes here to put that through. Alright. Okay. Oops. Somehow messed that up. So let's edit this. I thought I hit that one. I'm going to add one more here. And there we go. So now I've got that part done. Okay. So I'm good with this. And double click my mouse wheel, put it in the center. And I'm going to right click and click create new drawing. Alright, so it's a metric part. I'm going to go with the MM. There, this should look straight at the part. There'll be 2 extra views, and this one's actually important because if you notice, there's a little jog in that right there. So you do need to have that because of the nature of the hidden lines in the way the slot gets cut out of there. Right click, hide the tangents, show the hiddens. Okay, so now I've got that set up and ready to start dimensioning this thing. So let's look and see what we got here. So I'm going to start with my, actually what I want to do is start with some of the smaller features. And I'm going to click from here to here and just say that this is going to be 8 millimeters. And I'm also going to click the opening across here that makes that 4.5. Alright, so that's 4.5. So I've got the slot covered, right? The slot's done. Don't have to worry about that one. Oh, my normal thing. Let me do this. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to click on that one. I'm going to do the same over here. Click this. And I can actually do that one to add the extension there to that. I'll click this one. And I'll click this one. So that gets that all covered. Alright. I think I have an option here of so I want to do, I think I want to do this like this. I'm going to go here to here to here. Can I do that? And then do one here. So that puts a center line in there. So now that center line tells us that it's a bolt circle. So I can now go in here and do this and put this on here. Oh wait, I want to do it this way. Let's do this one to see if what it does for me. And it's going to say that those holes go through. I'm going to change this and say this, and then I'll go say this 4 PLAC places, and go down to the next one on let's say that. Use the diameter symbol and say 38. And we do B period C period. That means bolt circle. So I got that right there. So this covers two more of those things. I got the D and the B in there. I can go ahead and add whatever this outside diameter was here. I'm going to go ahead and add this one, it's giving me a radius, but I wonder if I can change that, because I don't want that number there. I don't want the radius. There's going to be an override. So I can override, I think, by clicking this button right here. So click that. That's it. So I want that. Oh, and I definitely wanted that to be more decimal places. So I'm going to change this to at least one decimal place, because it was 25.2. So that covers that, and get over the, so that what that is, and so I'm going to add a dimension over here to get that 17 from here to here is 17, and this one, this thickness of that one is. All right, so that tells us the whole thickness. So A is the thickness there. This is the 25 is not that number. It's supposed to be 17. So I'll fix that here in just a second, because obviously it's wrong. So I'm going to make sure I just get all those dimensions on there. So 8, so we got 50 by 7, 38 is right there. My 25.2 is here. That's supposed to be 17, so let's go ahead and change that while I can. So that's extrusion number 2 right there. Right click and edit, and how it ended up 25, I don't know. It's supposed to be 17, and that looks better actually when I start thinking about it. So I can go back over here, and I should be able to refresh that. A mistake that I made makes that 17. I'll go ahead and move this one up just a little bit, because I don't want that kind of headache of that not looking correct. So that's good. Alright, so I got that down. Oops, wow, I don't know what I did there, but I'm going to go ahead and close it. So the 17. So now we've got a hole that's a 13 millimeter, which I'm going to add that one. I got a 13 millimeter hole right here. Does that go through? Can I show that way? 13 millimeter through. Goes through the whole thing. My slot is 4.5, 8 deep, and my other holes are there. So that's it. That's my part. We're good. The way that looks. I'll double click this, backspace over it. We're going to call it what it is, and that is a socket. And then the socket, come down here, backspace over this. The part number is 210-6-55. Alright, and then I'll check that. Now this was a longer video for certain, but this is how you make the part and the drawing. And there was a few things I had to figure out along the way, but I don't mind sharing those with you. And then we'll click submit, and we'll go from there.